What's good, guys? It is Trav here from Neighbourhood, and welcome back for our November HubSpot update. Now, as a heads up, there is a lot to unpack this month, and by a lot, I mean a lot. So to help us out, we've gone ahead and created the chapters below. If you wanted to fast forward to the feature release that's most important to you, you can check out the description below and click on that feature. Now, just a reminder, if you enjoy this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you can stay up to date on all of our latest videos. With our recent HubSpot updates featuring a stack of new innovative AI tools across HubSpot's marketing, service, sales, and CMS hub, Neighbourhood felt it was time to dive deep into how to make the most out of these features. This is a serious amount of untapped potential to streamline and transform your internal processes by making engaging and converting your customers even easier. If you've been looking to revolutionize how you utilize HubSpot whilst gaining the necessary competitive edge to stay ahead of the game, join us on December 7th, 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time for our free HubSpot user group as we guide you through how to master these AI features to transform your business. It's free to join, and we're welcoming all industries and questions to the podium. Grab your free ticket through the link in the description below. Jumping into what we can expect to see leave the HubSpot platform is the upcoming sunset features. On November 1st, 2023, the task performance panel on the task page will no longer be available. This is because HubSpot have developed a better supported functionality in the prospecting workspace that helps centralize all user tasks, sequences, and more. This change impacts all users across all tiers. Next up, as of January 31st, 24, HubDB v1 and v2 API, as well as the HubDB JavaScript client, will be sunset. Customers should migrate their code to utilize the HubDB v3 API. Always improving, the latest HubDB v3 API features various usability improvements and API consistency improvements across previous versions, such as support for names instead of IDs in paths, get endpoints returning column names rather than IDs as a key, and much more. Starting October 26, 23, all marketing emails that use personalization tokens to populate an email address in the from address field will require email validation for that email address. So why is HubSpot making the change? Well, to put it simply, it's for security. Sending emails from unverified email addresses increases security risks like phishing attacks. Rolling out the first feature in HubSpot's public beta, HubSpot has expanded their integration with Facebook Conversions API. The Conversations API is designed to create a direct connection between your marketing data and the systems which help optimize ad targeting, decrease cost per action, and measure results across the meta technologies. Next up, HubSpot has made it easier to apply a filter across all your reports on a new dashboard. Now you can also pin your favorite properties to any dashboard to create a more curated experience. Previously, dashboard filters couldn't be applied to more complex reports such as custom reports, meaning filtering options provided on a dashboard level were fairly limited. Now dashboard filters can be applied to any report on a dashboard. New in beta is the ability to see the overview of users and new user properties on user records. With this update, admins can now view more granular portage uses for connected accounts, security, and association data on a user-by-user basis by viewing the new Overview tab in the user record to help make sure that users are making the most out of the HubSpot tool in the best way for their business. From the Overview tab, admins can get a quick understanding of key user stats related to activity and logging, including a visual from the audit log showcasing apps recently used by the viewed user. As a heads up, you'll need enterprise tiers only for this feature. The next cab off the rank, we're excited to announce the release of the AI Assistant for the HubSpot Sales Office 365 add-on. Content creators can now generate sales introduction emails, cold outreach emails, and follow-up emails in seconds. Writing personalized sales emails for prospecting is proven to be more effective at generating leads, but it's also far more time-consuming. That's why HubSpot have integrated the AI Assistant, a tool that helps sales reps write personalized sales emails in a fraction of the time. You can get a deep insight into this AI tool and a bunch more with our next HubSpot user group, which is on December 7th, uncovering how we integrate all of our HubSpot's latest AI features. Grab your free ticket in the description below. HubSpot have just improved the saved experience for the index page views. Understanding that current experience is a tad confusing, this release exposes the 3 save options directly above the table and uses color to let you know that there are unsaved changes. Next in HubSpot is the ability for custom properties to now be created to manage and organize lists better. The HubSpot CRM enables you to completely customize the data that you store about your contacts, companies, tickets, deals, and custom objects through custom properties. This allows you to customize HubSpot to fit your business model and organize, group, filter and report on the data your way. This is an important update, as previously the only way customers could organize their work in lists was through complex naming conventions and equally complex search queries, folders, or exports. Admins will now be able to define a set of custom properties to help teams better organize lists during and after that list creation. New in beta, mobile HubSpot customers can now enjoy an enhanced caller ID experience for both Android and iOS platforms. HubSpot have revamped the caller ID solution and added a set of improvements and optimizations to ensure customers have the best experience when matching incoming calls to existing CRM contacts. Another nifty AI feature that we'll be diving into our next HubSpot user group is HubSpot's latest blog post generator tool designed to bust blank page syndrome, get rid of those SEO scaries, and help you get confident with your blogging. With this tool, you'll be able to plan and draft full high quality SEO optimized blog posts that resonate with your target audience. This is being powered by ChatGPT as well as keyword data from SEMrush and Pro Plus customers. This tool makes it easy to generate full blog posts by simply entering a description of the broad topic that you're interested in getting more ideas about, and HubSpot will provide you with specific ideas and blog titles that could resonate with your audience. Next up, HubSpot users can associate records of the same object type. Same object associations give customers the ability to associate CRM records with another record of the same object, such as contact to contact or deal to deal. These new associations are available for contacts, companies, deals, tickets, and custom objects, and can now be leveraged across the core HubSpot tools. New in HubSpot, there is currently functionality to set the default views that new users see in their portal when they first log in and use a given object index page. This feature builds upon the existing functionality, expanding reach of the admin default views for new users to all users. Now all users can see admin-defined default views via the Add View modal in one click. Fresh in the platform is one that expands Inbox's omni-channel capabilities with the ability to call as a channel in the inbox. You can now connect a HubSpot-provided phone number to your inbox and route inbound calls to a group of reps. Once connected, inbound calls will ring up to 10 available users at the same time and create a new thread in the connected inbox. So why does this matter? Well, this new feature offers teams a number of benefits, including increased efficiency as you can share context in threads, configure working hours, custom voicemail messages, and easily switch channels, resolving conversations faster. This also improves the caller experience by providing a single number to call, and this feature will streamline the caller's experience to make it easier for them to get help when they need it the most. Continuing on with the call functionality right inside HubSpot, a new third option is now available for reps to initiate calls from HubSpot. The Call from HubSpot app allows reps to initiate outbound calls through the HubSpot mobile app from any CRM record while working in desktop. Now, it's no news flash that reps like to use their mobile phone to call even if they're at their desks. Up until now, they've had the option to pass outbound calls from the desktop directly to their mobile devices through the Call from Phone option. This offers greater flexibility across the board for your rep team. Keeping the AI ball rolling, HubSpot have announced the release of the HubSpot AI Subject Line Assistant for email marketing. Content creators can now easily generate an email subject line for their campaign, complementing the ability to generate and edit email copy right within the email editor. Powered by email insights and best practices from HubSpot, the Subject Line Assistant will read your content of your marketing email and generate 3 subject lines for you. New in HubSpot's public beta is the ability to prorate subscription edits. B2B companies that sell subscriptions often need to modify them to meet the changing needs of their buyers. Both buyers and merchants expect these changes to take effect immediately, rather than waiting for the next billing cycle. With this feature, HubSpot will automatically calculate the prorated amount when a subscription is edited and collect or refund it from the buyer as such. Closing out our public beta, HubSpot have just updated the index page filters to be more performant, allowing users to easily build new features and functionality and make filters that are more consistent with the list tool. The redesigned component aims to improve upon the existing filters component, removing clicks and allowing you to view your existing filters as you edit. Moving on, HubSpot's call feature now hosts a block number lists. Safeguarding your calling reps from spam or fraudulent call bolsters your company's security and reputation. With block numbers lists, managers and admins can protect their teams from potential spam and calling breaches while maintaining the highest level of inbound calling accuracy. Finally, in public beta, HubSpot have updated the marketing email manage page to bring consistency when using the product. This new dashboard gives users more flexibility in filters and views, allowing users to create new views that are private or shared amongst teams. This is an important step in bringing alignment of the UX across all the tools. Starting off with what's live and kicking right inside HubSpot is the ability to freeze the first column in the index page. The updated frozen column setting allows you to quickly freeze the first column on a view so that you can view your table data without losing sight of which record you're actually working on. This is useful as using the index table is a core part of the day-to-day for many, though for those with 6 or more columns on the index table, for those with smaller screens, it can be a bit tricky to navigate the table and remember which record that you're looking at. Freezing the first record column gives users a setting to make the name column sticky on the table so that it's visible as you scroll right, regardless of how many columns that you need. Next, HubSpot has recently introduced a new version of the user table showing additional information about users in that given portal. Viewers are now able to easily scroll through the newly surfaced properties on users to get a more holistic view on where the user is in their setup, how they've been configured, and when they were last active. Next up is one for the avid workflow users. When building your own custom workflow actions and using external data fields, HubSpot are now passing along the object type of the workflow the action is being used in so that you can now customize the data that you return. Adding to the mix, HubSpot now features a simplified Apex redirect setup. Now when connecting a custom domain, both the www and the non-www versions of customers' sites will be set up to redirect by default. Users can opt in for this behavior or choose to opt out if they don't want the automatic redirect to happen. Next live, admins will be able to provide a short description of the custom object type to provide additional clarity to everyone who interacts with it. To start, the description will be visible in custom object settings, the data model overview, and import. As a side note, this release includes the ability to select an existing property and set it as a secondary display property while editing. Another huge announcement in this stacked HubSpot update is HubSpot Payments customers that bill using reoccurring subscriptions will now automatically have an invoice generated to facilitate revenue tracking. This is a big win as quite often invoices are cited as the most common artifact for managing revenue. However, for customers that collect payments primarily through reoccurring subscriptions, it can be difficult to track open and received revenue without corresponding invoice records. This is available now for most of the HubSpot tiers, but only in America. Next cab off the rank, HubSpot have updated their large export warning notification to give super admins more control over how they're notified of large exports from their portal. Super admins can now specify that they want to be notified every time an export occurs over a specific threshold of records that they set. Next up, HubSpot have encoded the logic laid out in the knowledge base article associate activities with records into the app. Now, when a user starts logging an activity with a contact, for example, their primary company and recent open deals will be pre-selected as associations. The user can then add or remove any other associations that they like. HubSpot have just announced an updated Webflow app, allowing you to connect your Webflow site to HubSpot and harness the power of both platforms. Customers can now embed and style HubSpot forms in the Webflow Designer, connect and map Webflow forms to HubSpot forms in the Webflow Designer, add HubSpot assets to your Webflow site, embed HubSpot chatbots to your site, and add the HubSpot tracking code to your site. Now, this is significant as beforehand, adding HubSpot forms to a Webflow site required custom code embeds that couldn't be previewed until the site was actually live. Next up, HubSpot are adding an order summary to the embed, which allows merchants to take full advantage of features like discount codes and buyers' ability to add optional products and input quantities and amounts. This is a neat feature as merchants can currently embed a simple view of the checkout page into any web or CMS page. A neat new feature is the opportunity for users to now comment on individual lists inside HubSpot. Up until now, there were no options to collaborate and work directly with colleagues inside a list. Users had to rely on external resources like email to ask questions about choosing the right filters or gather context into the changes or performance of a list. These external conversations meant that context was quickly lost. Adding the collaboration sidebar into lists allowed these conversations to happen seamlessly within HubSpot while holding all relevant context easily accessible when needed. This next feature, new and live, applies to all hubs except sales. Customers will now be able to select multiple subtitle files in specific languages to be uploaded. When a user is watching the video, selects the subtitle CTA in the player, they will see a list of available subtitle language options. HubSpot have recognized that a growing installed base of international customers, meaning that there's a growing need for better multi-language support across HubSpot. HubSpot video users can now upload multiple subtitle files in various languages, instead of just supporting the single file alone. As for CMS Hub, HubSpot have introduced a save view for CTAs, which enables you to filter all your CTAs by the advanced filters, which is now available. And you can save these set of filters as a view for yourself, for your team, or everyone in your portal. Views provide a quick way to drill down to the exact CTAs that you're looking for and focus on your draft CTAs, recently published CTAs you've created, or any sort of grouping that you can think of. CTAs now contain the most up-to-date set of features for filtering too, including and/or filtering, improved view management, and a brand new gallery mode. This is also available to all Marketing Hub users. Moving into Marketing Hub, HubSpot have just rolled out a neat social features for Instagram called Instagram First Comment Support. So what is this exactly though? If your Instagram is linked, you can now schedule the first comment on your Instagram posts. A successful Instagram post includes a strong caption and relevant hashtags, but space is very limited. You can now use the first comment to interact with users directly, improve engagement with further hashtags, and grow your reach on Instagram. HubSpot have just rolled out a new permissions requirement for installing public apps from third-party websites. The App Marketplace access permission is required when installing apps from the HubSpot App Marketplace. Going forward, this permission will also be required when installing any integration, including apps installed from third-party websites. Next up, users can now enroll your contacts in a sequence directly from Salesforce to automate your outreach. This is a great feature if you're a Salesforce and a HubSpot customer, as you can now enroll in a sequence directly from Salesforce through HubSpot's Visualforce window without jumping back and forth between the tools. This also branches out and allows dual users to book HubSpot meetings right inside Salesforce as well. HubSpot customers can now add payment links to company properties. This allows businesses to collect contact and company information, or from the place of where the customer is paying. HubSpot commented on this feature stating that they want it to be easy to use a payment link to capture customer information for a project onboarding or while registering for an event. New and live features with HubSpot, there's now added additional information to exports to also tell you which user and tool triggered a property change right within HubSpot itself. By including property source information in this export, you'll now have all the information at your fingertips to understand what users and tools within HubSpot are making changes to your data. Next, users can now remap an invalid numeration option on a drop-down select property to a valid property option without quitting the import flow. Invalid numeration option is one of the most common errors users encounter when conducting an import. This error occurs when the numeration options in the file don't map neatly to the valid options found in the property of the CRM. Users have always been able to edit a drop-down select property to add to a new option within the import flow, which is helpful in cases where an import will introduce a new valid property option that hadn't previously been accounted for in the CRM. New in HubSpot is the time zone switcher for date and date time properties. This update exposes more information around the time zone that the date or date time property is being evaluated in. By default, dates and date times are stored and evaluated based on the following criteria: dates in UTC and date time portal time zone. This means that depending on where you are in the world in relation to the portal's time zone, you may see unexpected records qualify for lists that if a list doesn't include a date or date time property in the filter. Keeping the ball rolling, HubSpot introduced a new CRM record page editor. The CRM record page editor allows admins to easily customize the middle column of the record to match their business needs. Admins can now add new cards and tabs to the record page so that their teams have access to the right information at the right time. Next up, you can now add modules so that contacts can request to download or delete their personal data stored by you in HubSpot. Now, when added, information about how to request a download or deletion of the personal data will appear on the contact's email subscription preferences page. Now, you can decide whether to make these choices available to your contacts or not. For the data sync geeks out there, HubSpot's integration sync card is rolling out to 5 more sync integrations. These being Soho CRM, Pipedrive, Copper, Odoo, and Shopify, though this integration is in private beta. This is already live for NetSuite and Microsoft Dynamics 365, and you can now view the sync status and linked records directly from the contact record itself. Moving on to our next feature announcement, users can now edit marketing emails on mobile. A lot of the marketers work daily with this fantastic tool and get the most out of it by interconnecting it with their inbound marketing strategies. Now, by enabling marketing email on the mobile app, HubSpot now empowers the fellow marketer with a cross-platform experience that helps them control and manage their communications. HubSpot have made some updates to start including campaign task data under tasks in activity reports. Up until now in activity reports, there have been two separate task options to filter on under activity type. Activity type, then tasks and activity type, then publishing tasks. The distinction between tasks based on where they are created offered little context for users. Given the low discoverability of the publishing task option and low volumes of the created publishing tasks, HubSpot have removed this as a filter option in activity reports and merged publishing tasks into the task dataset. This offers a single source of truth for task data right within HubSpot portal, and it will allow tasks to be retrieved through the activity type, then task filter regardless of where they are created right inside HubSpot. New in HubSpot is the ability to set or update your contacts, SMS, or WhatsApp subscription type using a contact-based workflow. Why is this valuable? Now you can set enrollment criteria to automatically enroll contacts and automate setting their WhatsApp or SMS subscription status, shaving off more manual labor time that you can reinvest into your business. HubSpot can now support custom unique IDs for contacts within the import. This means that you can now update your data across contacts, companies, deals and tickets, and custom objects, leveraging a unique ID of your choosing. This is a massive update as customers migrating to HubSpot from a different CRM often have existing systems in place for detecting duplicate data and inserting records when necessary. With HubSpot optimizing itself to be more mobile friendly, they've just updated the video uploads for LinkedIn, allowing you to publish videos to your personal LinkedIn accounts and create posts with more than 4 images on the mobile app. This extends out to Facebook as well, with marketers being allowed to include 20 images in their Facebook social media posts from mobile. This, in addition to accessing and managing your files on the mobile, adds to a growing list of improvements that you can utilize at a moment's notice. New and live, HubSpot have updated the HubSpot Payments checkout page, which has an updated layout for credit card payments and a more secure ACH flow that instantly verifies bank accounts. For native payments for merchants though, you can also offer your buyers the option to pay via Apple Pay and Google Pay. Next in live is the staged attach clone. Breaking that down, with the content staging tool, you can redesign and relaunch your website and landing pages in a staged environment. Users can now redesign or replace existing HubSpot hosted pages or create a new page from scratch. Now you'll also be able to clone existing HubSpot hosted pages and publish them as brand new pages. Offering more value for marketing and Service Hub users, customers can now create static and dynamic lists based on WhatsApp subscription status, such as opt-in, not opted in, or opted out. This is handy as it creates a list of all your opted WhatsApp contacts to use as part of workflows to create WhatsApp campaigns and to help build business insight. Next cab off the rank is an autocomplete feature for the advanced formula editor that has been added. Designed to make formula writing more efficient and accurate by providing intelligent suggestions, this provides real-time guidance for composing your formulas. With the release of the autocomplete, HubSpot users can now predict and automatically complete or suggest options for the property or function as it's being entered. Autocomplete will streamline the process, reduce errors, and enhance your experience with the advanced formula editor. New in live, customers can now access a comprehensive view of SMS deliverability and engagement events, such as SMS delivery confirmation, SMS clicks, and many more, directly from each contact's activity feed. This feature bears weight as the awareness of contact level engagement with marketing messages is so crucial. It enables users to troubleshoot any underlying issues with specific campaigns and uncover trends with engagement specific to each contact. Next up is something our in-house marketers have taken a notice to, the new blog post module. This module has been designed to enhance the blogging experience, offering a new level of functionality. Getting into the technical, the new blog post module is built on a cutting-edge JavaScript rendering framework, which allows for a faster and more seamless performance. This extends out to the new and improved module experience in the blog post editor. New and live, you can now preview the output of a formula before saving it with HubSpot's new formula preview feature. You can now see the results of your formula in real time as you create it. Previously, you would have to first create your calculated property, navigate to the record page to see the output, and then return back to the calculated property again. For all our fellow web developers out there, you can now use webhooks in private apps. Webhooks allow developers to build integrations that sync data in your HubSpot account with less code and fewer API calls. Previously, webhooks were available only with public apps, which were generally more complex to implement. By supporting webhooks in private apps, HubSpot have made it simpler for developers to create custom integrations that sync data with your HubSpot account. For our next live feature announcement, HubSpot have an individual HubDB table or CRM object type that can now only be set as a data source for dynamic pages a maximum of 10 times. This is important as when numerous pages are set up as dynamic pages for the same data source, we generate a version of each of these pages for every row in the table or instance of the CRM object. HubSpot's reasoning for 10 is to ensure customers can redesign and create new versions of dynamic pages without having it run into the limit. Currently live, HubSpot have implemented a daily record enrollment limit for workflows in developer test accounts. Users will be able to enroll up to 100,000 records per app test account per day. And this is the same that it's applying to sandboxes as well. Another noticeable feature if you've been creating in HubSpot recently has been the new user interface to the landing page, website page, blog listing, global content, and theme editors. This is available across all hubs and all tiers. New in the orange sprocket is the expansion of the global search on mobile. HubSpot's previous search experience, while functional, was limited to the top 12 results on mobile. If you run a search on mobile now, you'll be able to see every single relevant result that matches your inquiry without cap. And that's a wrap on our massive November HubSpot update. If you're feeling overwhelmed by all of these updates and you need hands-on support, feel free to sign up to our free HubSpot portal audit in the description below. And don't forget to grab your free ticket to Neighborhood's upcoming HubSpot user group, helping you master all of HubSpot's recent AI features so that you can streamline your internal processes, helping you gain an edge on your competitors. Read more or grab a free ticket for this must-see HubSpot user group event in the link in the description below. Well, that's everything from me, guys. Have a ripper November and happy HubSpotting.